Welcome to 10 Scariest Real Stories. In this video we dive deep into the eerie and spine-chilling tales that have left people terrified. These stories are not just figments of imagination, but are based on real events that have been documented and witnessed by many. Prepare yourself for a journey into the unknown, where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs. Our first story takes us to a place that has been the subject of countless horror films and ghost stories. Number 1. The Haunted Asylum. This former psychiatric hospital has a dark and disturbing history. Built in the early 1900s, it was once a place where the mentally ill were sent to be treated. However, the treatment methods were often cruel and inhumane. Patients were subjected to electroshock therapy, lobotomies, and other brutal procedures. Many of them died within its walls, and their restless spirits are said to still haunt the place. Visitors have reported hearing screams echoing through the hallways, seeing shadowy figures, and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread. Number 2. The Ghost Ship. Imagine sailing the open seas and coming across a vessel adrift with no crew in sight. This is exactly what happened to a group of fishermen in the 1950s. They found a ship floating aimlessly in the water, with no signs of life on board. Upon closer inspection, they discovered signs of a struggle: broken glass, torn fabric, and bloodstains. Despite an extensive search, no trace of the crew was ever found. The ship was dubbed the Ghost Ship, and to this day, its mystery remains unsolved. Some believe the crew was taken by supernatural forces, while others think they fell victim to pirates or mutiny. Number 3. The Disappearing Village. In a remote part of the world, there was once a thriving village. One day, without any warning, the entire population vanished overnight. When neighboring villagers came to check on them, they found empty homes, meals left uneaten, and fires still burning. There were no signs of a struggle or any indication of where the villagers had gone. The disappearance remains one of the most baffling mysteries in history. Some speculate that the villagers were abducted by aliens, while others believe they were victims of a mass abduction by a cult. The empty village stands as a haunting reminder of their sudden and unexplained disappearance. Number 4. The Poltergeist House. This story revolves around a family that moved into a seemingly normal house only to be tormented by unseen forces. It started with small, inexplicable events: objects moving on their own, strange noises in the middle of the night. As time went on, the activity escalated. Furniture would be thrown across the room, doors would slam shut by themselves, and the family members would feel an invisible presence watching them. They called in paranormal investigators who confirmed the presence of a poltergeist. Despite numerous attempts to cleanse the house, the activity continued and the family eventually had to move out. Number 5. The Cursed Painting. Art can be beautiful, but sometimes it can also be deadly. This particular painting is said to bring misfortune to anyone who owns it. The portrait depicts a sorrowful-looking woman, and it is believed that the artist captured her soul within the painting. Over the years, the painting has changed hands many times, and each owner has met with a tragic fate. Some have died in accidents, others have fallen ill, and a few have even taken their own lives. The painting now resides in a museum, where it is kept under lock and key, away from the public. Number 6. The Phantom Hitchhiker. This urban legend has been told for generations, but there are numerous accounts of people who claim to have experienced it firsthand. The story goes that a ghostly figure appears on a deserted road, asking for a ride. Drivers who pick up the hitchhiker report that the figure vanishes into thin air before reaching their destination. Some say the hitchhiker is the spirit of a person who died in a car accident on that road, doomed to wander it for eternity. Others believe it is a warning to drivers to be cautious and vigilant. Number 7. The Abandoned Amusement Park. Once a place of joy and laughter, this amusement park now stands in ruins, haunted by the spirits of those who died in tragic accidents. The park was shut down after a series of fatal incidents, including a roller coaster derailment and a Ferris wheel collapse. Visitors who dare to enter the park at night report seeing ghostly figures, hearing the sounds of laughter and screams, and feeling an eerie presence. The park's rides are now rusted and overgrown, but the memories of the tragedies that occurred there linger on. Number 8. The Possessed Doll. Dolls are often seen as innocent children's toys, but this particular doll is anything but. It is said to have a life of its own, moving around the house and causing harm to anyone who comes near it. The doll was found in an old attic, and ever since it was brought into the house, strange things have been happening. Objects would go missing, pets would act strangely, and family members would wake up with scratches and bruises. Paranormal investigators believe the doll is possessed by a malevolent spirit, and it has since been locked away in a secure location. Number 9. The shadow people. These dark figures are often seen in the corners of one's vision, watching and waiting. They are said to be entities from another dimension, and their presence is often accompanied by a feeling of dread and unease. People who have encountered shadow people report seeing them move quickly out of sight, only to reappear moments later. Some believe they are harmless observers, while others think they have more sinister intentions. Whatever the case, their presence is enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Number 10. The mysterious disappearance. This story involves a person who vanished without a trace, leaving behind only a cryptic message. The individual was last seen entering their home, but when friends and family came to check on them, they found the house empty and a note that simply read, "I'm sorry." Despite an extensive search, no clues were found as to the person's whereabouts. The disappearance remains a mystery, and the cryptic message has left many questions unanswered. Some believe the person was taken by supernatural forces, while others think they may have staged their own disappearance. These stories remind us that sometimes, reality is scarier than fiction. The unknown and the unexplained have a way of capturing our imagination and instilling fear in our hearts. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, these tales serve as a chilling reminder of the mysteries that still exist in our world. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this journey into the unknown. If you have any scary stories of your own, feel free to share them in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more spine-tingling tales. Credits: music from the YouTube audio library, full credits in the video description, narration by narrator's name.